and tell me what you're feeling. What you feel is what I feel for you. Take my hand if I'm lying to you. I'll always be alone if I'm lying to you. Take my hand if I'm lying to you. I'll always be alone if I'm lying to you. So sit on top of the world and tell me what you're feeling. What you feel is what I feel for you. Take my hand if I'm lying to you. I'll always be alone if I'm lying to you. Take my hand if I'm lying to you. I'll always be alone if I'm lying to you. Welcome to another despicable, terrible, horrible, abominable, socially undesirable, and unacceptable episode of the apocalypse. As if you're a man who could not get a date and you had to get a mail order bride from the Philippines or something. Kind of like that. That's what this is. That's how bad it is. It is too late. You have chosen the apocalypse. You have made your foolish, unwise choice. So here I am, your humble guide, unfortunately for me. For the only reason for me to be here is that you're a goddamn fool who chose the apocalypse. And maybe to help the good ones, the good bunnies through it. You know, the ones that will not take the mark, as few as they will be, I'm sure. For if this world has taught me something, it has taught me that almost all will go along. They have made us all conform to some degree. Even myself. But I will not take the mark. That is for sure. And that is the trap, that is the peril you face. Take it, participate, don't rock the boat. Or possibly die. A dire choice, wouldn't you say? I am not happy that we are here. This is not fun for me. And the only reason we are here is because of you. And you know who you are. And my God, what you have done. You can't begin to fathom it. I've been fathoming it for a good portion of my time here. I did not know if I would ever see it. or if it was real. And then robbery happened, and billionaires and aspiring trillionaires who are not named Rothschild, they're already trillionaires. They just don't talk about it. They'd rather us not talk about it as well. I am not happy we are here. We are only here because of you. That is why I'm speaking right now instead of sleeping. That is why your guide, Second Death, has been activated. It is not a good thing. This is not entertainment. If it was, I'd be sleeping and doing it when I felt more energetic. This is the end of the empire, the world, our paradigm. Forever. All that concerns you will be washed away. Erased. Something new will come. You have chosen it. Unfortunately, the ones that have chosen it will not get to enjoy the fruits. Their fruit will be fire for all eternity. My God, what you have done. Again, you do not even begin to fathom. Let us begin. Mr. Lou, Ted Lou, asking a damn question here. And you better answer it, son. And that's Mr. Lou to you. Dear AG Pam Bondi, the body camera footage provides evidence that Border Patrol agents committed vehicular assault and attempted to murder an American. Are you going to open a criminal investigation, or are you going to cover this up like you are doing with the Epstein files? If Mr. Lou says it was attempted murder, I was telling you that yesterday, and I didn't even watch the video, son. I don't need to. Why? Because Mr. Lou's saying it. And other people I trust. Because I'm about tired watching Americans get executed. Or anyone. By mass cunt Gestapo. Who got to get mail order brides and shit. So if Mr. Lou is saying it's attempted murder, and he's a lawyer, he wouldn't say that. Because he knows that's his ass if he's lying. If Mr. Lou says it's motherfucking attempted murder, then it's motherfucking attempted murder. And I knew that when the incident happened. I described it to you this way. They hit her car by accident. They wanted the problem to go away. Cap her. She's a terrorist. That's what they were told to do, by the way. I have a feeling some $1 million bounties were offered, too, for people that pull the trigger. I have a feeling that GoFundMe thing for Fat Fuck Johnny, I have a feeling that wasn't all grassroots $10 donations. You know what I'm saying? Great way to deliver a bounty through a GoFundMe. And nobody asked no questions. Right, assholes? So, again, if Mr. Lou says it's motherfucking attempted murder, which I already knew it was, without watching the tape, the day it happened, I knew what it was. That's what they're sent out to do, son, and I knew that then. That's what I've been telling you. That's why I've been yelling. Not for fun. Attempted straight up murder, and the video shows that they planned on doing it. That it wasn't an accident. I was wrong about that part. They meant to hit her car and then fill her full of lead. Why? I thought about it. Why? Why would they do that? Not just for fun. You're risking life in prison, son. There's something else being offered. Behind the scenes by Holman, Donnie, the puppy killer, all of them. They were sent out to kill, son. They need you people afraid. Fuck you think you're looking at here? Designed to make you afraid to even talk about the Reich in a negative way. Let alone stand up to a Gestapo or call a Gestapo a bitch. What logical reason would they do that? Not just for fun, again, little children. Bounties, that's the reason. They were told if they kill people, certain people, bounty, you get some money out of it, like $1 million perhaps. Only reason to do that. Guarantee it's offered. It's happened 3 fucking times already. Guarantee they told those cunts, we gonna throw you a nice chunk. You execute one of these liberal people, whatever the fuck. Whatever theater you're looking for. You cunts been looking for my whole life. I've been hearing this from you cunts. That's just okay to execute a liberal person. That's why you're gonna burn, son. I'm sorry. Whether you like liberals or not, that's not the point. The point is advocating murder. The pro-life family values folk who sleep with their gun under the pillow because they love it so much. To the point they're willing to sacrifice their children. That's you, son. And I've heard the jokes many times. And again, it's fucking dinner table conversation with you people. I've been hearing my whole life. It's funny. It's cute. Okay to demonize liberals just like Adolf Hitler. Okay to execute them. What if they had that view of you? I don't think it would go well for you because there's less of you. So again, it's happened 3 times straight up executions. These fuckers were told something. You will get an extra reward for pulling the trigger on certain people. It's happened straight up 3 times. Executions. And I could tell the people wanted to do it before they got to the victim. That tells me a directive was given. That tells me some money was offered. Because you risking life in prison, some for straight up murder. Only one reason to take that risk. And we all know what that reason is. M-O-N-E fucking Y. Fat fuck Johnny's a millionaire now. Did you know that? GoFundMe. Cunts. And you know who I'm talking to. What they call that? 3 times enemy action or second time? I can't remember. Is it 3 times? Ring says it's terminating its partnership with police tech company Flock Safety following backlash for this commercial, the Super Bowl commercial, the lost dog. You know, where they want you to just be stupid enough to be, okay, you can surveil us, you can use my shit. Not like they're not using it already. Is this supposed to impress me or something? My recommendation, get that thing off your house. I don't care what Bezos fucking says. All of a sudden, they're not down with the surveillance state no more? No, that plan's going forward no matter what you do, son. What you could, though, do is not help them and rip that thing the fuck off your house and cancel your fucking subscription. Obviously, people have been canceling because they put this bullshit headline that they ain't working together no more. I don't care. Donnie owns Bezos, Zuckerberg, Sundar, all of them. Gates, Tim Apple, every single one. They will give the CIA whatever they want. The FBI whatever they want. The Reich whatever they want. Every day and twice on fucking Sunday. So it doesn't impress me, Mr. Bezos. You fucking sociopath. It does not impress me. All of a sudden you canceled your shit with Flock. So what? You're still going to be helping surveillance with another company, or this is probably bullshit in general. Next month we'll find out that, oh, well, they started working back together again. Look, the surveillance state's going forward. This is another piece of it. Your doorbell camera, it's been for a long time. Again, 20 years ago, they made movies about how the CIA can commandeer cameras that are wired in to internet. That's all that's necessary. Guess what? Your shit's wired into internet, fuckface. They can hit that camera all day. And I'm sure they do. You think these data centers are for, son? To store everything, all the surveillance, everything. Not just your social and how much you make. Everything. These are monstrous complexes that use more power and water than a fucking nuke plant. You understand the utopia they want, huh? Do you get it? This is complete bullshit. And a lot of you must have canceled for them to even put this headline out. Look, they tried to pull a straight up move and push the surveillance state twice as hard using dogs. It will go forward, but the least thing you can do is maybe take the thing off your house and not help the CIA, Peter Thiel, the Reich, and Jeff Bezos. Maybe not help Zuckerberg by getting the glasses or whatever he's putting out. That's about to surveil people. I'll get to that, though. My recommendation, rip the fucking thing off your house. Give a fuck if he canceled with Flock, because a few million of you canceled your Ring cameras? That's supposed to impress me? Still Donnie's bitch. Fascinating details here on Noam and Lewandowski. Everyone's known for a long time that the anorexic wonder and Mr. Lewandowski, both married, by the way, have been bawling. We all know this. The news stories, though, are the people they've threatened and fired and why, and that they have a whole huge jet that they're flying around in that costs $70 million that the government's about to buy. And guess who the government is? You, dumbass. Let's read a little bit. Lewandowski and Noam, who are both married, have publicly denied the reports of the affair, but people said they do little to hide their relationship inside the department. We all know what's going on. Come on now. In one incident, Lewandowski fired a U.S. Coast Guard pilot after Noam's blanket was left behind on a plane, according to people familiar with the incident. But they eventually reinstated the pilot because no one else was available to fly them home. I would have told them to go fuck themselves and walk home. I'd be like, you fired me. What the fuck are you talking about? I'll fly myself home. I'm going to fly you home. Cunts. That's what I would have said, but that's just me. Noam routinely berated staff if she saw Holman on TV and kept track of both of their appearances to make sure she was on. I didn't read this one. I didn't know this. A little jealousy going on. A little competition between Bagzo Cash Holman and the anorexic puppy killer. Holy shit. kept track of both their appearances to make sure she was on TV more than him, according to people familiar with the matter. I hate you. I fucking hate you. And you know who I'm talking to. We're in the apocalypse. It's the end of America. Rents $2,000 a month for a studio. Cunts. And this cunt's spending millions a day of our taxpayer money. Balling her side piece. Cosplaying. Sending mass murderers out to our goddamn streets. And she's worried about her TV time compared to the misery that is Tom Homan. I fucking hate you. Truly, deeply, sincerely. And I never used to say shit like that. Because I know how serious it is. A January 6th rioter, pardoned by Donnie, has been convicted of child molestation and other crimes, and he tried to use an anticipated payout from Donnie to silence one victim, according to a Florida prosecutor's office. The payouts for, remember, Donnie talked about giving the J6 people reparations. Not black people. J6 traitors. Reparations for them, cool. Reparations for blacks that were actually slaves. Not cool. Wow. Fascinating white supremacy world is. It really, and traitor Russian world. Because every MAGA person, everyone that's remotely down with this, you might as well be wearing a t-shirt that says, I'm down with Vlad. And you know what Vlad wants to see happen to you? You think Vlad's your friend, asshole? You go see how much Vlad's your friend. By what you lose. So another person, another criminal that Donnie pardoned, a traitor to our nation that's helped Donnie stage a coup, is a child molester just like Donnie. And Notlick, and Zuckerberg, and Leon, and Thale, and Gates, and the couch fucker. A lot of pedophiles in your movement, people. It may be of Satan. I'm just saying. Another pedophile here, pardoned by a pedophile. One of the worst ones probably ever born. My God, 1,000,000 times in that. He's the main character of the Epstein file. Not Jeff Epstein. Donald Trump. Main character of the Epstein files. Holy fuck what you people have done again. And I am so glad I am not you with my name on that. I'm going to show you something in a few minutes. I know it won't move you. But it has the devil all over it, son. Donnie's letting all the devils out. Have you noticed? Sending people to come murder you in your communities. Literally, that's their mission. Happened 3 times already. Guaranteed. That's the mission. The numbers bear that out, don't they? Child molesters, he pardons. He puts a minimum security. The head of the ring. And he really wants to pardon that person, but he knows you people will lose your damn mind. Innocent people get accused of crimes and arrested. Don Lemon, for instance. Backwards world. Again, this was prophesied, son. There's a phrase in the Bible, and it's for end times. They will call evil good and good evil. That's you, son. That is MAGA in its essence. Inversion of reality. In service of the devil and the Antichrist. In service of sex trafficking and pedophilia, that's what you've been enabling for decades. A real problem on the right-wing side of things, wouldn't you say? I would. Every day there's a new story, another priest, another cop, another fireman, another congressman, another senator, another president. For my whole life, I've witnessed this. Yet you've been pointing your fingers at gays, transgender, liberals, calling them pedophiles and freaks and weirdos for what they into. But son, look what you into. Look what all your people into that you put in power, that you put your name on. That makes you responsible. Pedophilia. That's why Vlad points the finger and says pedophile. That's why Leon points the finger and says pedophile. That's why you point the finger and say pedophile. Not Lick, Donnie, JD. None of them will sue me for saying this either. Zuckerberg, Bill Gates. These are enormous people I'm naming. I'm calling them straight up pedos. Without fear of legal repercussions. Those are all the people you put in power. Leon Thale, Donnie, JD, Nutlick. They're all pedophiles. How do you explain that? That you're on the right side of things. That you're into Jesus. That you're a Christian. That you're a good person. Yet you enabled a sex trafficking ring for decades. You enable it still. You know your Orange Messiah is one of the worst pedophiles ever to walk this earth. Yet you still stay on the Trump train. That's astoundingly stubborn devilry. You might as well spit in the face of God. If God were before you, what you are doing, your existence, you might as well be spitting right in God's face. Because what you have your name on is so utterly evil. We're not talking Pizzagate and your lies that you've been telling for 20 years, son, that were fed to you by pedophiles, by traitors, by grifters, by enemies of the state called Russia. They played you like a fiddle, and you must have saw something. Well, even without them, son, because that ain't enough of an excuse for your existence and the error of your ways. You saw something you could identify with. The racism, the pedophilia, whatever. Don't matter to me or the man. So even without all those external forces working you like pure sheep, my God, you still would have chosen it. Because, son, lest you turn away, I don't see that happening, though. Because it got to be sincere. You chose the devil. You chose the lake. You chose the most evil possible. You must have saw something you like. When I show you this artwork in a minute again, I don't see how there's anything to like. I mean nothing, son. Absolutely goddamn nothing. That's what amazes me about you people again. The astoundingly stubborn devilry. Here's the art. You know what? Let me take a break before I show it because it's quite fucking disturbing. This is the type of shit I didn't want to get into. This is the type of shit I knew of 10 years ago. This is the type of shit, as I've pondered the Antichrist over the years and read the scripture, son, unlike you, I knew it was this level of evil. Irredeemable. You might as well be Satan yourself, level evil. You know what that means. We'll get to it in a moment. I don't want to show things like this, but I think it does need to be shown at this point. Okay. If you don't want to have nightmares, you don't want to look at this shit I'm about to show you. This is Maria Farmer's artwork, Epstein Victim. I am not going to describe the scenes. I'm going to show you the pictures. Start with this one. He has a very powerful, childlike way of doing these too, by the way. Next, they get a lot worse. This looks like Bill Barr to me, which wouldn't surprise me at all. Bill Barr and Epstein. Epstein worked at his dad's high school for girls or something. He must have been in his glory back then, huh? So even back in the first term, there was this really strong tie between Barr, Donnie, Epstein, and pedophilia. And you people didn't care. You didn't care that your bitch was a Russian asset too. That's what Bill Barr covered up. I'm not even sure if this is Barr in the picture. It makes me think of him. I could be wrong, because there are some figures I don't recognize in these pictures. And we're going to read who Maria Farmer is at the end quickly. I don't really know her story. These pictures have been going around lately. They've probably been around for a while. I don't know. It's not something I would show on camera anyway, usually. But we're at that point now. We're past that point, actually, but Jesus Christ, look at this. They get worse. They get worse than this. Notice the guy sitting back there. We all know why he's sitting back there. That's his property. Those three individuals. Children. This one's really bad. I imagine the person saw some of the parts of these scenes in real life. They don't seem like scenes someone would just think up, lest they be a pedophile and fantasize about such things. These are all over the internet. You can find them yourself if you want to examine them in closer detail. I really don't. I looked at them quickly. I can see the goddamn devil all fucking over the shit. And I am not critiquing the artist when I goddamn say that. I'm critiquing you, son. If you don't see the devil in these pictures, if you don't see the level of fucking evil these people were involved with and are involved with still to this day, don't matter if Jeff's fucking dead. You think they stopped? Cunts? Destined to fucking burn? Notice the blood and depiction of torture in this one. And if you're telling me by this picture this woman was doing this stuff, my God, the act she puts on in public. I believe this is supposed to be Meghan McCain in this picture. Interesting that there's a goat in the background, too. You're telling me this person imagined this shit? The child, blood, torture. I hate you. And may ye burn for goddamn ever. Whoever makes any argument for these people, and you know who these people are, if you have your name on this, may ye burn forever. I don't give a fuck what talking point you throw at me, son. I don't want to debate you again. Why you dead? Why are you dead? Because you enable this right here. And your name's on it to this moment in goddamn time. This is why I hate you. You made this possible. You make it possible still, right now. These are the Satanist pedophiles you were looking for, cunts! For 20 years. They were you. The fucking irony, huh? That's incredible, man. They're your entire movement. They always were. Hitler said he was a Christian too, just like you. Just like Meghan McCain. This picture looks like it's in reference to Israel and Free Palestine, so maybe it's not representative of pedophilia, but still. This one's obviously Donnie and what looks like Ghislaine. I wonder what this woman went through, because this is a very kind of strange way to put it forth. And I wonder, I was thinking about it before I came on camera, and I thought maybe she was a child and blocked it all out. And it's coming out in strange images like this in her mind. I have no idea. I'm guessing. I don't know who this is. Still creepy as fuck, the whole fucking thing. And just the devil all over it, son. This one's quite disturbing. And I don't know who this is in the picture. I'm sure they've been identified. I probably read it earlier. I just can't remember. That definitely in a Free Palestine image. This one I don't quite get. I remember this one, though. Maybe this one was out years ago. Okay, we saw all the ones I grabbed. Again, if you can't see the devil all over that, then you were never alive. And you were never in the book of life. Even the tamer pictures, I just feel Satan all over that shit. Pure evil being depicted in those by someone who went through it. That's someone you would probably demonize because they threaten your orange messiah and your whole identity. That's why you're going to burn. Very sorry. You chose your life. I didn't. Maria Christine Farmer is an American visual artist known for providing the first criminal complaint to law enforcement, to the New York City Police Department, and to the FBI in 1996 about the conduct of financier convicted sex offender Epstein. Farmer, a figurative painter, had described her and her sister Annie's experiences of sexual misconduct from Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell to a journalist in Vanity Fair in 2002, but the publication failed to include them in their accounts. So they didn't publish the article? Her and her sister. Man. Again, all I can say is I can tell the person that made those went through some tremendous evil. It comes through in all those pictures. That evil, what I speak of, the lowest, vilest, straight up Satan level evil. That is what you have your fucking name on. I suggest you get your name the fuck off of it as soon as possible. Good luck. DP World Chairman and CEO Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem resigned after a newly released email showed Jeff Epstein thanking him for a torture video. Why does Commerce Secretary Howard Nutlick still have a job? Right, why is Donnie still president? This is a fucking damn near a sultan. He is a sultan. He's a literal sultan. And he stepped down. Our president, nothing happens to him. He's in the Epstein files more than anyone. Nutlick, nothing happens to him. In other words, we have no shame in America, so pedophiles stay in power. Thanks to MAGA. I talked about that specific email. I was wondering who said, who that redacted name was. Now we know. It was this guy, this Sultan person. This is a lawyer. Last year, Congress gave ICE $45 billion to be spent on ICE detention over 4 years. The overwhelming majority of that money is going to go to private prison companies, and they're not happy the money spigot isn't flowing fast enough. Can you believe this? In earnings calls earlier, investors in GEO Group and Core Civic criticized ICE. Their chief complaint? ICE's detained population, despite hitting record highs, still isn't large enough. Can you believe these cunts? They run in concentration camps, and they want more people in them. They ain't satisfied. Every board member, I don't care how good you think you are, every board member running these camps making fat money off of them, you know where you're going, right? Oh my God. And then you people dare make comments out loud that the numbers aren't high enough? That's America, though, isn't it? Greed is good. Gordon Gekko, that mentality, right? Right? That's what they taught us, right? Can you imagine being a board member of a private prison company where your main concern is how many bodies you have in cells? You don't care who they are, why they're there, whether they're guilty. You can give two fucks. You care about your portfolio and how many cells are full. Holy fuck. Oh my God, what the man is going to do to you people. Holy shit. At Google, speech critical of ISIS censored from the company's internal platform. Employees who speak out are served with warnings, and leadership refuses to acknowledge a petition that's now gotten 1,200 employee signatures inside the worker-led push to get ICE out of Google. So that's what's going on behind the scenes in Google. If you criticize ICE in the company's internal email platform, employees who speak out get warnings. And they, their jobs get threatened. Because eventually we have to make it illegal. That's what Apple will do. That's what Zuck will do. That's what Sundar and Google and YouTube, all of them will make their shit right compliant because they'll have to. And it will make their shit useless and it'll throw a shit ton of people off. That's what's going to happen. Guaranteed. This is a Reich. What did Adolf Hitler do? What did he outlaw? Critique of the Reich. Illegal. 1984. That mentality. That's where we going. It's inevitable. They will all comply. Enjoy the videos while they last. DHS did not fire the officers who shot and killed Americans in cold blood. They did, however, fire an officer who accidentally left Kristi Noem's blanket on a plane. Yeah. Because you can't upset the anorexic wonder and leave her blanket behind. But you can shoot a woman in the face. She's fine with that. In fact, that's what she expects of you. Your job's perfectly secure. This is from yesterday again, and this is the boxes are blocking. I guess the protesters know she was there and they plan to protest. And it's so loud and there's police sirens and there's people screaming. It sounds like a war song behind her as she's talking. And I guess they put the boxes there to block all that chaos that she literally caused and Donnie caused. Definitely sounds like protesters that are making the commotion behind Noem. Also note they set up the news conference so you can't see anything behind her. Right. I forgot to tell you yesterday. Just wanted to show you that quickly. How pathetic where we're at now. And if she's worried about Tom Homan getting more TV time, that means she's worried about her job and she might go bye-bye. The owner of Chuck E. Cheese. First, we had the photograph guy for all your children at all the schools throughout the country. Turns out to be a pedophile. Buddies with Jeff. So you know where your kids' photos ended up. Plus this. The owner of Chuck E. Cheese was in the Epstein files, a place where many of you took your children for birthdays and fun times, is implicated in one of the biggest scandals ever. David McKillips, who served as the CEO of CEC Entertainment, parent company of Chuck E. Cheese, from 2020 to February 26 till now. Resigned from his position shortly after his name appeared in the Epstein file. Holy fucking shit. He just resigned. When they said they want the Overton window moved, that is a strong desire of these people because they are of Satan and they're into certain things. Regional oligarchies, eugenics, Nazism, elimination of the poor. You know what else they want moved? That it's okay to be a pedophile. Son, I'm not kidding. They're all pedophiles that say that. Thale is a pedophile. So when Thale says he wants the Overton window moved, that's one of the reasons he wants it moved. That's one of the reasons they all want it moved. Not just make it okay to touch kitties. Make it okay to shoot liberal women in the face. Make it okay to shoot liberal men in the back. Make it okay to shoot protesters. Make it okay to have a Reich. Make it okay to have concentration camps. Normalize it. Normalize having your military deployed against you. Normalize having mass Gestapo, immune, secret police. Come murder you, kidnap you, whatever. Overton window moved successfully. We've all tolerated it. It's too late. Guess what else we're tolerating? A pedophile under every rock in the GOP. In charge. They're normalizing that too, son. No one's doing a fucking thing. Why do you think everyone that says that, everyone that's part of this movement, they're all pedophiles? The main players. Adolf Hitler wanted the Overton window moved too. That was the exercise he was employing. To where camps were okay, secret police were okay. Telling on your neighbor was okay. Telling on your spouse or child, or your child telling on you, okay. Elimination of the groups demonized, okay. Overton window moved successfully to the point it was okay to exterminate people in mass. I don't know how many pedophiles were in the last Nazi movement. I'm starting to get an inkling that pedophilia goes along with it. And that a lot more of that was going on with the old Nazis, just like the new Nazis, the new eugenicists. The new people that believe in nothing but controlling the world and owning everything for themselves. Just like the old Nazis, same philosophy. They didn't really believe in actual anything. They just wanted everything and kill anyone in the way. And kill the Jews for the devil. There's no actual beliefs. It's thuggery with exterminations. That's all it ever was. Every fascist movement. It's a bunch of mobsters at the top that steal all the money, take everyone's rights away, execute who they don't like. It's same thing all throughout time. Just thugs, just mobsters. Here we go again. The main contract guy for all your fucking children's pictures for God knows how many fucking decades, years, is a fucking pedophile with access to your children's photos, who also knows Jeff Epstein when he was alive. So I guess Jeff had access to your kids' photos too. That's great to know. The owner of Chuck E. Cheese for 6 goddamn years. A fucking pedophile. Friends with Epstein. Your movements of Satan. I'd get the fuck out if I were you. So dark, Tennessee-based CoreCivic wants to be making even more money on ICE detentions. ICE was our first customer 43 years ago and has been our largest customer for over a decade. CoreCivic CEO Patrick Swindle said on the earnings call. ICE Director Todd Lyons says the 2 officers involved in the Jan 14 Chase shooting incident, you mean attempted murder, appear to have lied under oath and are being investigated by DOJ. This comes after DHS Secretary Noem defended them as firing in self-defense. Well, yeah, they always try and lie first and see if that sticks. It didn't stick. So now they're going to do a little pretend investigation. I don't expect them to do shit, and we won't know if they did. They all wear masks. How the fuck would we know if they're still working? We wouldn't. And they know that this is a joke. Just like Amazon saying, okay, we're going to not work with those surveillance flock camera people anymore. We promise. Scout's fucking honor, says the billionaire oligarch, who's utterly owned already by the surveillance state, my God. Yeah, I'm not really buying this investigation stuff. They just throwing you a bone because they know the pitchforks are this close to coming out, man. Let me take another break real quick. How many more I got here? A bunch. Jesus. All right. Yeah. Attempted murder. There's going to be an investigation after they tried to lie about it, put the woman in jail for the rest of her fucking life, called her a terrorist, and they tried to kill her first, of course. You fuckers are going to burn. You think this is a fucking game. It's not. Imagine being the masked cunt that puts 5 bullets in a fucking defenseless woman after hitting her car on purpose. I wouldn't want to have to stand in front of the man with that, son. I know you don't think it's real. You don't care if it is real. But when that fire hits your ass, whoo, you're going to know it's real, boy. Holy fucking shit. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies just thinking about what you've done. Okay, let's read about the anorexic wonder and her side piece and their $70 million jet that you're paying for. Taxpayers spent $70 million for Corey Lewandowski and Kristi Noem's private sex plane, or the adultery plane, Adultery Airlines. Oh, they say it's the party of family values. I don't know if you heard that slogan before. Just put that aside for a second. The plane publicly denied the reports of the affair, but people said they do little to hide inside the department. The DH spokeswoman said the department doesn't waste time with salacious, baseless gossip. Yeah. It's just gossip. The pair have lately been using a luxury 737 MAX jet with a private cabin in the back. Gee, I wonder what that's for. For their travel around the country, according to people familiar with the matter, DHS is leasing the plane, but it's in the process of buying it for $70 million. DHS has previously used other planes through the Coast Guard or other agencies for the Secretary's use. The purchase would double the cost of each of 7 other commercial planes the department is also buying. Wow, buying 7 more on top of it with your money. I'm not even going to read the rest. You're the purest marks. And you know who I'm talking to. This is the governor of New Jersey. I didn't even know who she was. Mickey Sherrill. And this is what she looks like. We have launched a new portal for New Jerseyans to report ICE activity. This portal will help us hold ICE accountable, track their actions, collect info, ban spot patterns to inform our response as a state, including in court. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the governor of a state who's seen several murders take place in another state by masked Gestapo, sent by the federal government to wage war upon their state. In the old days, you know what the state would have done? Deployed their militia and killed the invaders. That's what would have happened. In America. This woman has to come up with a defense plan for her state because it's under attack by the federal government and you cunts in MAGA. Why you're going to burn? Why I despise you. This is the puppy killer again in all her anorexic fucking glory. Can you confirm that CBP actually hit a party balloon it thought was a drone with a laser? And why wasn't that coordinated with the FAA? Can you fucking... They shot down a balloon with a laser that Hegseth gave them. Airspace was closed. And people were asking Donnie why, and the Reich why, and they lied and said they didn't know. It was closed because they shot down a balloon with a goddamn laser. What I'm trying to tell you right now is if this don't tell you you're fucking doomed, I don't know what will. They just playing games out there with weapons. That's what Donnie was doing when he first took office, remember? 2016, remember? He looked at the military as his plaything. He looked at bombs as toys. Mother of all bombs dropped for fun on Afghanistan. 200 missiles shot at Syria, I believe. and an armada just for fun, sent towards North Korea until Ann Coulter shamed him and Alex Jones shamed him. Now they play him with lasers. I wouldn't want to be flying right now. That's all I got to say. With these cunts running around, playing with weapons that they don't even understand. What does the anorexic puppy killer say? You know, this was a joint agency task force. It wasn't completely my fault. You know, it's Pete's fault too. Get the heat off me so I don't get fired. A mission that was undertaken, and we're continuing to work on the communication ends news conference. I bet after shooting down a balloon with a laser. Oh my God, we are so fucking doomed. Who bought Zorro Ranch? Was it a liberal? Cunts destined to burn? Satanists that say they're Christians? Rubes? Right-wingers? Was it a liberal? Was it a transgender? Was it an illegal immigrant? No, it was a white male Republican. Like you. That you think is so great. Interesting, isn't it? Don Huffiness of Texas is the mysterious owner of Zorro Ranch, which changed its name to San Rafael Ranch. His wife signed the tax document, so they tried to hide it. Tried to keep his name quiet for a long time. Look up who Don Huffiness is. From Texas. The traitor state. That's where all the action happens. They send all the traitors with fatigues out to other states. Straight up civil war. That's what that is. They have all the concentration camps, private prison. Oh my God. Human trafficking is a huge business for Mr. Abbott and Paxton and Donnie. And his buddies with the private prisons, the concentration camps. Human trafficking. Straight up. And I guarantee that human trafficking by Abbott, Paxton, Donnie, others, intersected with the Epstein human trafficking. Guaranteed. Of course it fucking did. Of course it still does. Client Mary Catherine Huffiness Company, San Rafael Ranch, LLC. Why didn't he sign the documents? We know why he didn't sign the documents. Put it on your wife, you fucking pedophile coward. My God. This is what that cunt looks like. Another goddamn pedophile, I'm sure. You don't buy that ranch as a family values conservative. Lest you a goddamn pedophile. Cunts. Billionaire Leon Black mentioned in the Epstein files email allegedly violently raping a 7-year-old. Leon Black owns LifeTouch, which photographs millions of children's school photos every year. Schools are canceling picture day amid school photo company LifeTouch ties to Epstein files. I fucking hate you. The Chuck E. Cheese guy, one of you. This guy, one of you. Let's take a look at this guy. He's white. I'm white too, but I'm not white like you. Whole different thing. He's a man. If he's a billionaire, I know he votes R. Not a transgender. Could be gay. A lot of these dudes are like little boys. Not a liberal. I don't know. There seems to be a real pedophilia problem in right-wing culture, in the church, in the police force, the fire department, in right-wing politics. Mr. Lou has another question. Recognize and answer it. Dear A.G. Bondi and Todd Blanche, why are the 2 discovery requests in this Epstein files document redacted? You creepily spied on me, so you know I saw the unredacted document. Yes, several congressmen saw the unredacted document. And then when it comes out, it's got black bars on it. I've never seen a more obvious clusterfuck of a cover-up in my life, and we just all sitting back letting it happen. A whole posse of straight-up pedophiles. The worst we've ever seen. And everyone knows it, including the rubes. And no one's doing jack shit. That's incredible. And again, you people made a religion out of Pizzagate and pointing to liberals and Julian Assange and the whole fucking bullshit, whole charade, as if you cared about children. How do I know you don't care about children? Your name's on the worst pedophile ever born. In orange face. 1,000,000 times in the Epstein files. I'm not going to read this. I'm going to show it to you. It's a Donnie post. And what he's telling you again, what he's been telling you over and over again, he's going to rig the next election. You think that Georgia thing with Tulsi Gabbard stealing the votes and the info, you think that was for nothing, son? It's 2 pages long. It looks like that. That's the 2nd page. And all those words are simply to say, and I imagine AI wrote this or someone else wrote it because it's the way it's worded. I could tell it's not Donnie. So either a staffer wrote it out for him or an AI wrote it out. And what he's telling you again, because the point of the message is the point, not the message. The point of the message, with all these waste of time words, 2 pages. He's going to rig the next election. That's guaranteed in some way, shape, or form, either by the votes going in, the count coming out, putting the military out there, just rounding fuckers up, making it illegal for liberals to vote. Everyone has to have a passport. That looks like the route they're going. That costs money to get a passport. Not everyone can do it. That takes time. And I just heard that they're trying to make where you can't get your passport in libraries anymore. I didn't know that was possible, but it seems it was, and they're now outlawing it. So that tells me what route they're about to go, where you're going to have a passport. That's called a poll tax. One of the rules in this country is you can't charge a fee to vote in any way, shape, or form. So if you require someone to get a passport on top of the 8 different forms of ID we already have to fucking have, now it's costing the average citizen a significant amount of money to even be able to vote. That's a poll tax. That's illegal. Donnie don't give a fuck. He just wants the next election rigged. However, he's worried about it obsessively. 2 pages long. For the 90th time in a year and a month or 2 months, he's let you know outright, transparently, the next election will not take place in any kind of real way. That's all he's saying here. I hope this helps. Here's a photo of Trump and Leon Black, the Epstein rapist, who bought the Life Touch school photo company. The pic was taken in Russia in 1996, during the time when Trump and Epstein were best friends, in the same year Maria Farmer reported them to the FBI. That person that did that artwork I showed you? 1996. Donnie's best buds with Jeff. He's got Leon, the your kid's photo guy. And they're in Russia. What does that mean? That means the Epstein pedophile posse and ring, including Donnie shitbags, all had ties to Russia. Russia's been integral in all this sex trafficking thing. Vlad's all about sex trafficking girls, my God. Epstein, Vlad, Donnie. This shit's been going on a long time. Mr. Black, your kid's photo guy, obviously was heavily involved. Donnie, Leon Black, not Leon Scum, in Russia in 96. But I know, all that Russia stuff's just bullshit, right? That's why he rolled the red carpet out for Vlad on Alaskan soil, right? Traitors, Satanists. My God, what's come out regarding Thale, Epstein, that it just all makes sense. It's all crystal clear now. How we got right here in the past 30 years. The Russians have been compromising various politicians and powerful people in America for a long time. This is a straight up strategy by them. They got Donnie. Russia, now in the entire world, they have a puppet candidate either in office or running for office. Everywhere. Everywhere you can think of. They already succeeded here twice. Now it's over. So they got Donnie compromised. Donnie's been an asset since the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. And Vlad's just been dying to get one of his puppets in that office that your dumbasses gave Donnie the first time and now the second time. I swear to God, Vlad must have came on himself when Donnie got elected the second time. A straight up Russian asset. Vlad must have said to himself, my God, the Americans are stupider than I thought they were. They gave my bitch the keys again. Oh my God. Meta's internal memo said the political tumult in the United States was good timing for the feature's release. Thank you. Meta plans to add facial recognition technology to its smart glasses, New York Times 2026. Okay. iPod putting the camera on the iPods, your earphones. Straight up for the surveillance state. There's no other purpose for it. Your doorbell camera. Now we're going to have Google Glasses take scans of all of our faces as a person walks through the street. And that will go to the database, and the Reich will have it, and Google, Meta will have it. I believe Google has glasses too, if I'm not mistaken, that do the same thing. Once again, illegally getting biometrics from all of us. And facial recognition. Like the doorbell camera. That's what it's for. That's the only thing it's for. And again, a mobile surveillance platform. If the traffic camera doesn't have the angle you like, go to the jerk off walking down the street with his iPods. Or go to the jerk off with the smart glasses walking down the street. New York City, wherever. Because some asshole will have them. So, I mean, it's getting all-encompassing now. Drones flying all over the place, filming everyone. Gestapo filming people, putting them in databases. Gestapo taking people's biometrics, facial scans. Ring cameras documenting all our faces, facial recognition without our permission. Worth millions to companies and the Reich. And that's all it's for. The police state. The surveillance state. So Zuck's in. I'm sure Google's in too. Apple's in with the iPods. Bezos, Amazon's in with the Ring camera. Leon's definitely in with whatever he's got going. We surrounded, son. And everyone's going along. It will not be good for us. And there's nothing we can do about it. The men in the fatigues could do something about it, but they won't. It's written. I already know what they're going to do. I'm sorry. I wish I didn't. I wish I had hope. I have none. Because I already know the story. So again, this is why I tell Europe, you need to get all these American companies out of Europe unless you want this. You need to rip that Ring camera off your house. You need to never buy glasses like this. And no one needs to buy those iPods with the fucking camera. What the fuck you possibly get out of that except using it as a spy camera to spy on, girls or something. Fuck, it's dystopian nightmare, man. Ron Filipkowski, Hegseth blew up another boat and killed more people. We have no idea who they were or what they were doing because it's just trust me, bro, while we kill people. Not we, the Reich. Pete Hegseth is the mass murderer. So's every military man that took part. So's Donnie Shitbags. Here we go again. Fox News. Just in, the U.S. military says it killed 3 narco-terrorists in a strike on a vessel in the Caribbean. That's all you got to say, narco-terrorist. No evidence. Show no drugs. No arrests. Just blow it up. We all go about our business. Maybe they're about to annex Cuba or whatever the fuck was next in line. Maybe that's why they're starting to blow up boats again. We know they don't give a fuck about drugs. They all own them. This is Liam Neeson with a great fucking idea, man. The Pope should excommunicate J.D. Vance on live TV. I think, my God, the spectacle that would be. It would be wonderful. It would send a great signal to the Reich, too. Especially since right after the last Pope saw the couch fucker, he died. So, why not excommunicate the couch fucker? And that way the next Pope is safe. Never allow him at the Vatican. Do you remember that? JD weasels his way inside out because the Pope did not want to see that motherfucker. Avoided JD like the plague, told his people, do not let... I could tell when the Pope looked up and saw JD in front of him, like, I could tell exactly what he said. He was thinking to his security people, I told you not to let in the couch fucker. What are you doing? Why is he in front of me? 6 hours later, whatever, the Pope's dead. If that didn't tell you you're in the fucking apocalypse and these people are purely of fucking Satan, nothing will, son. They killed the Pope, for fuck's sake, with the satanic energy, whatever the fuck they had going that day. I don't know. Holy shit. The day he visited, son. So yeah, excommunicate the couch fucker live on television. Fucking do it. And we're at the end. Rep Thomas Massey, you know Donnie's been after this motherfucker. Someone said to him in a comment today, honestly, I'm surprised as fuck they haven't kicked you out yet. You need to keep reminding the public each and every single day that you are not suicidal and are a great swimmer. He responded, I am not suicidal. I eat healthy food. The brakes on my car and truck are in good shape. I practice good trigger discipline and never point a gun at anyone, including myself. There are no deep pools of water on my farm, and I'm a pretty good swimmer. You know, he may be joking about this, so I don't know if I'd be taking it so lightly. People have been known to die in strange circumstances around Donnie and, you know, then get buried in golf courses and shit. Helicopters have been known to go down. Children have been known to go, you know, missing after they hang out with Donnie and Jeff for an evening. What do you think the 300 gallons of sulfuric acid was for, son? Not bodies? The fuck else would you order that for? When you're a sex trafficker, for fuck's sake. Only one purpose for that shit. You need that much of it too, son? How many graves did you dig? Or pay someone else to dig? Holy fuck. So Mr. Massey is letting us know, yeah, I don't plan on killing myself. Yeah, if my car blows up, if I go off the edge of a cliff, or I drowned, yeah, that's probably a murder. Of course, he's responding to someone who just outright say this. You know who else said she wasn't suicidal? One of Epstein's victims, not that many years ago. And then she died by suicide, allegedly. You're dealing with the utmost, deepest satanic evil. That evil will offer you the chance to take a mark and worship the devil and the image of the beast, which is Donnie, and the beast himself, which is Donnie. When that happens, you must say no. If you don't say no, you will burn for all fucking eternity after you suffer horrid plagues here and are not allowed to die until God says so. If you end up on the battlefield after the plagues or whatever fucking happens, you get turned into mush, horse bridle high. Then you go to the lake forever. I suggest you get your name off this as a starting point. And when the mark comes around, you say, no, have a wonderful evening.